champion of the world, Daniel Miracle Man Jacob. WBC, WBA, middleweight champion of the world, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Protect yourself a long time. Escucha, man. Cuídate. Listos. Ready? Let's go.
But this is a fight where he's going to have to be mobile. Will his mobility be limited here tonight? This is what it's all about.
I notice his elbows are really in. Now, he gets powered by that, but I think he's doing that because he knows that.
You see the size difference. Jacobs is the taller man. But there is Canelo, though, with a hard right hand. Touch him with the jab. And he seems to have that ability. Good body pounds in the super middleweight division to score. Difficult to find a winner in this round. Jacobs trying to double up on the jab. Canelo with the...
That's going to pay dividends if you're Daniel Jacobs, just like that.
They score their points on power shots, the both of them.
Both are methodical. Good jab work there by...
Makes his way right back to the middle of the ring. That's where he wants to stay this entire fight.
How would you score round one?
I gave it to Canelo, more impactful shot.
But again, this is what it is at the highest level. Good jab there by...
Good point.
Caught him a bunch of times too in that. Wow, strafing combination by Jacobs. Beautiful. 8 of 32 thrown for Daniel Jacobs. Canelo Álvarez.
Yes, it was. Stabbing jab to Jacobs' body.
And here in Las Vegas, no fireworks as of yet, but it could happen as a right hand lands by Canelo.
This is a chess match, but it's a dangerous chess match as a left-hander too. So you can get away with it. That's a good thing.
Good work to the body there, going in with the hook, digging in, and now Jacobs. Good jab again. These are scoring shots. Is stunted. Yeah, and you're at least the other jab. Lots of jabs. Nothing landed. However, Canelo has the body on Jacobs, and you see when Canelo is able to connect, he tries. Jacobs with a nice explosion. Wow, great combination flurry from Danny Jacobs. Good answer from Canelo. Now we mix it up. Danny Jacobs.
Active enough as a southpaw. He needs to throw combinations, stick behind the jab. Effective, I'm telling you. Daniel Jacobs, even though you block those shots, he out there is holding on. That's exactly what Canelo's trying to do.
Jacobs trying to stay whack him on the hip.
Jacobs is looking to counterpunch. He's trying to catch and counter.
I rarely see Sergio. Good hook to the head and a right hand from Canelo. Judging the fight the second time around for Canelo and Golovkin. Interesting so far. Sharp jab by Canelo. Tries with a wicked uppercut.
Okay. Gatorade. All right, let's come to Gatorade.
Goodness. Not for $10. And if you offered him $10 to lose a pound, he'd say...
To come around with a left hook.
Look at him slip all these shots. The hardest thing to do in the ring. Landed as well from Álvarez. And a right hand from a jab.
Up right hands like that just barely miss. You can also throw that right hand down.
Changes eye level and then hits him on the hip again. But Jacobs was a national amateur champion, New York City Golden Gloves champion 4 times. Traditionally do, the defensive boxing stance and style.
They both try to counter to the
championship of the world. It has been fascinating so far. Canelo Álvarez take the lead. Beautiful defense there in round 4. Chris, how did you score that?
I've got it 3 rounds to 130.
You get that hip whacked on all night. Good, clean right hand from Canelo Álvarez.
And is a big jabber. Daniel Jacobs is not. Would he be able to do it consistently enough?
Standing right in front of each other. Jacobs looks to open up. These are the rounds. He's going to have to change something. Just 2 at a time. Why would that be?
Well, because Jacobs is probably trying to land.
Canelo touches him with the jab, gets Jacobs straight away, lands again. These are scoring shots. Very good judges, experienced judges here tonight. Same judges that were calm, moving forward and landing. He has his hands full.
To keep this type of pressure at bay.
But he's doing it while going forward. That's so hard to do. It takes confidence to do that.
Because this is Álvarez's fight.
Well, he started like this with Golovkin, so maybe he's looking to take this fight into the middle.
Combinations cut and quit. And then no wait for him after you finish.
A little bit more. Stay behind the jab, and even if it's one punch, you got to do defense is what suffers. You can punch from that angle, but your head movement's going to...
Some CompuBox numbers through 5. Canelo outlanding Jacobs 60-43. We just heard from Jacobs' corner there. We
Down to that body.
Jacobs staying close. If you're Canelo or in Canelo's corner, I think explode and land. And he's winning these rounds. That hook touched Canelo Álvarez.
Right now, there's a little change in Jacobs' bravado right now. He's standing.
And when he got Jacobs in the corner and he has him there again, he is ready to launch.
The thing about
hard body shot there. He's losing rounds. At least we believe he's losing rounds. So he has to stand there. He must do something different.
He doesn't need to move around the ring with his feet. His head movement.
A gimmick most often. I rarely see a guy go, oh, that's a cancerous tumor on his spine and his life was never the same. But Jacobs looking just to paw with a jab and Canelo not bothering to slip those shots. Now the exchange. Let's see. At least trying to here while you're also commentating on the fight, and that's difficult. But this is one of the few rounds.
Confident in there. I mean, he looks amazing defensively and offensively. Canelo does.
Snaps his head back again, but Jacobs is going to venture to say that the harder shots also being landed by the middleweight champion. Rounds going into the bank.
And those are power jabs to the body, both of them. Canelo returned it with a left hook to the liver there, but
there's no question. But if you can keep him from winging hard shots your way, you're gaining. It is something when you watch Canelo Álvarez. At times, good body shot there. Wicked hook to the body of Jacobs here in round 7. Chris Mannix, so how do you have it scored so far? I'm saying from Jacobs with that right hand. See, it's just more slapping from the right for the middleweight champion of the world.
Jacobs' corner is trainer Andre Rozier said, okay, we need to refocus. We need to stay behind the jab.
I've got it 5 rounds to 1 in favor of Canelo Álvarez. I should say 3 of these rounds
left to the body, but it's Canelo who's stalking and looks to get him in the corner to hurt him.
He has power with that right hook from that angle. And a southpaw with a right hook, I say it all the time.
So these scorecards might be a little surprising.
And Jacobs fighting good.
Jacobs stays left-handed. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. He told us, I've continuously had to prove that I'm the best
Canelo Álvarez would take. And he's taking a lot of hooks. And when he does that, Brian, it's shades of Canelo Golovkin 1, where he fought against the ropes.
Look at Jacobs. Hard right hand. Canelo landed that. He was waiting. Canelo stalking and throws a hard right hand on the run.
And that's the thing, when you're not a natural left-hander, it's the defense. The head movement is the most impressive thing that I've seen so far. I mean, he's just so cool in there. Even when coming forward, now he has Canelo against the ropes.
Moving in, still in the southpaw stance, but now moves at the peak. He is peaking right now. He looks terrific. Exchanging hooks. Right hand missed. Jacobs goes on the offensive.
Don't wait for the next step. Step, step, fire, step, step.
I would say this was Danny Jacobs' best round, getting Canelo against the ropes, going to the body, upstairs. These are block punches, and the effective
shots resonate that Canelo Álvarez is throwing.
How did you score that then, Chris?
I did lean towards Jacobs, the activity.
About dealing with these mega events 9 years ago when he was on a Floyd Mayweather undercard. Well, that is the choice, and like for fans who say, well, Jacobs won that. Many times, you have to make a decision whether you're just going to fight.
Too late in the championship rounds.
Just not a lot of advance. That right hand was blocked. Trying to the body now in a combination practice, and you can see how Kami is. Wow, big shot by Jacobs. Snaps the head back.
Brute power. You still feel it.
And yet a lead hook from Canelo, which is extremely dangerous. In.
A really good body shot there by Jacobs. Jab, but they're power jabs.
That looked low. Daniel Jacobs. Or you can't hurt him. He marches in. And you just cannot afford that. Just not as strong. Not as natural. Prime. Yeah. Canelo Álvarez has been a pro since 15. He's got 51 wins already.
Oddly enough, they want him to throw more punches to the body.
Not want to mix it up with Canelo on the inside.
Ooh, straight right hand by Canelo. Now to the body. Hard body shot by Canelo while they moving Jacobs back. Hit him with a hook. cuffed him with
here, maybe turn heel.
He's the enemy here, that's for sure.
Fighting for foot positioning. If you notice, if you look at their feet for a second, Canelo's...
You can make a case. Chris Mannix, how do you have it?
I think it's close, though, Brian. These last few...
Canelo still, again, with that stick jab. Just touching him with that hook, but trying to get some power on it now. Whacks him on the hip again. This time, he's...
We're seeing the last hurrah here. We're letting it fly.
Right hands to the body and the head. Canelo fighting off the rope. But you know these fans would love to see these two mix it up.
Land some of the cleaner shots. As I mentioned earlier, I think some of the earlier rounds were close.
Certainly landed.
Canelo's the type of guy that's not going to show you he's hurt.
It's here in Las Vegas, all these fans, Mexican fans, but standing there right in front of Canelo Álvarez, and boxing is not going to, and just boxing fans, if you're a fan of the sport, if you're a fan of sports, you have good body shots there by Jacobs. Warning there, thought it was fine.
Power's fighting good in the inside right here. He's having a really good 11th round.
If you look at Canelo's knockout reel, you see him and say, all right, I got to go.
I think we're seeing flashes of that right now. There's
a certain timeout, and it is the premier boxing of the
There's a look in his face, and the last round was a good round for him, too. Jacobs won like 3 rounds, and there has been about 2 close rounds. So those close rounds did go to Jacobs.
Mind it, we got 3 minutes to take this shit back to Brownhill.
Don't go to the ropes.
Because are going to Guadalajara. 12th and final round, middleweight championship of the world. Canelo Álvarez. Body shot by Canelo. Jacobs moves and fighting effectively. Answering. Whoa. Winging a big shot. That's a slip. Jacobs trying for it. Tony Week's going to try to drive that up. Jacobs slipping on that, also slipping from the sheer.
Because there's not going to be any regrets. Say those
Jacobs needs to go for broke here, because I think he could be
here in the final round. Right hand and an uppercut by Jacobs.
Really good uppercut by Jacobs.
Uppercut lands by Canelo. Must know he needs something here. At the very least, he goes to the body. Daniel Jacobs picks it up. Excellent action. Renewed intensity here in the final round, no question. 2-punch combination to the body of Canelo Álvarez. Álvarez with a... Daniel Jacobs touches gloves. He brought what he could, but Canelo Álvarez waves to the crowd.